Have you ever wondered why one of the very first fairy tales read to children is KOLOBOK? The plot of the tale is known to everyone. An old man and an old woman lived. The old man wanted a bun. The old woman scraped the bins, swept the box, collected flour. She baked a bun from the flour. She put it on the window and it ran away as far as possible. Along the way, the bun met different animals: a hare, a wolf, a bear. The bun managed to escape from each of them, and then he meets a fox, who eats the bun with the help of cunning. The moral of the tale is obvious: children must obey their parents and they cannot run away from them too far, otherwise they will disappear and die. The child is given an extremely simple image: if you go far from us, you will not return. However, the structure of the tale itself has many symbolic moments. In general, what is a fairy tale? A fairy tale is a myth that is told to children for educational purposes. In ancient times, people could not do without myths. Each myth has its own structure. These structures can be found in similar fairy tales of other peoples. For example, the English have their own fairy tale about KOLOBOK, called Johnny Pie, or John of the Dough. In the Americans, John of the Dough evolved into the gingerbread man. The plot of these tales is almost identical to the tale about the KOLOBOK. What is the hidden meaning of the KOLOBOK that will be interesting to adults? At the very beginning of the tale, it is already said that the grandfather and grandmother have no flour left. And this is a typical case, because in Rus KOLOBOKs otherwise, koloba, or kolobani were baked in early spring, when they celebrated Lux, or otherwise Siroki, a holiday celebrated on March 22nd, which was associated with the vernal equinox. Who is a bun? A bun is a symbol of a small person, a child who wants to become independent. He wants to get away from his creator, like in the myth of Adam and Eve, who wanted to become like gods in order to be independent. Why can we talk about a connection between a bun and a person? First of all, we are hinted at this at the very beginning of the tale. As I already said, buns were baked in early spring. This is exactly the time when the snow begins to melt, it becomes warm outside, and children will soon be able to move further away from home. Therefore, children need a close and understandable image: bun. The process of creating a bun itself becomes important. The old woman creates a bun from flour. Flour is crushed wheat seeds, a symbol of seed. The old woman begins to create a bun. To create it, an oven is needed. The oven is a symbol of the female womb. Thus, the creation of the bun is the union of male seed in the form of flour and the female womb in the form of an oven, which refers to the process of creating a human baby. Let's move on. The bun is placed on the window and it runs away. From the porch to the yard, from the yard to the gate and further. Here it is necessary to note the following: the bun is a cultural creation, the space of the yard, the house, where the old woman and the old man are, this is the space of culture, which a person controls. Everything that is outside this space is natural, organic, uncontrollable, a person has no power over it. And the bun passes from the cultural space to the natural space, being a creation of the cultural environment. That is, he finds himself in an unnatural environment for himself. The same thing happens with a child who goes into the forest alone. The voluntary departure of the bun from his parents is called a premature initiation rite. Initiation is a rite that marks the transition of a person from a low social status to a higher status. The initiation ceremony took place only when the boy reached a certain maturity, when he became a teenager. In this case, he was separated from his usual way of life, from his mother. The boy was pulled out of a childish state in order to transfer him to the state of an adult, who should already be able to bear responsibility. Why is the idea of initiation important in the fairy tale KOLOBOK? Because it is precisely because the KOLOBOK left too early, he was not mature, was not ready for initiation, that is why he died. In other Russian fairy tales, for example about Ivan the Fool, the initiation ceremony is successful. Ivan the Fool undergoes initiation already mature, he ends up in a fairy tale forest, where he is met by different creatures. In the end he wins, and marries a beautiful girl. His initiation is successful. But these tales are for older children. In the case of the KOLOBOK, everything is different. KOLOBOK also ends up in a fairy tale world. The first point of his journey is a meeting with a hare.